Well, it's Thursday morning. Well, it is. Not if you're in the States, though. Anyway, I thought, something that I get asked a lot is, how do I maintain these good looks when I look 44, but actually I'm 45? Well, actually, I never really get asked that question at all. But it was a nice introduction. But I'm going to let you in on a little tip today, if you come with me. See, what happens when you work quite late, which I've been doing, I've been getting a little bit puffy under the eyes. But you don't want that to be on your Facebook Lives, especially when you're a very important person like myself. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a insight into what it is I do. And I started doing something like this back in the 90s when I was modeling, and I saw Naomi Campbell did the same thing. Actually, that's where I got it from. And she used to keep a teaspoon in the freezer or fridge. Actually, it would have been the fridge, because if it was in the freezer, it would have actually stuck to your eye. So it was in the fridge, and whatever she was using is working, so maybe it was a different teaspoon. It's a good question. Anyway, if we have a little look, I'm going to take you down into my fridge. And if we go down to my fridge here, you don't want to have to show you everywhere around. It's this little stick here. Little stick. Now, you don't keep it by the salmon, because you don't want salmon eyes. I mean, no one has ever said, oh, he's a good looking guy, he's got salmon eyes. But you do want one of these. It doesn't have to be the same brand. Mine is just L'Oreal. I mean, I think they tested this on a rabbit, so that's not so good. But if it was just this, then that rabbit would have beautiful eyes, no puff at all. So it could actually go without less sleep. But I digress. This isn't about rabbits. This is actually about me sharing something with you that you might want to try at home that will give you less puffy eyes. So you just apply it like this around there. I've actually done it already this morning, but for these purposes, I'm going to apply it again. So this is my second lot. And then you go under the eyes. Oh, that's instantly soothing. Instantly soothing. There you go. I'm ready for my next interview. Yeah, there we go. So there. I mean, you might not see. Well, actually, you might not see the. It might not be instantaneous, but that puffiness, that redness, will go down in the next probably about 6 months. And then the other one, this is a little tip for beginners. This is why you don't let your kids use it. You always replace the lid. I'm sure you've heard that from mums and dads before. Always replace the lids, and so always replace this so that doesn't dry out other side. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. You can use other things. There's other substitutes. You could use a cold egg. That would work. You can use strawberries, which is nice if you've got a strawberry thing going on, fetish. I just use plain boring L'Oreal, because I know at least they've tested that on animals, so we know. And when was the last time you saw an animal with puffy eyes? Exactly. Not that I condone animal testing, by the way. I don't want anyone giving me any hate messages on here, but if you do, I'm going to block you anyway, because you're a dick. But that's it. I mean, as you can see, already it's starting to work. I've gone down from 45 to 44 and a half in about the last minute. So there you go. So the proof is in the pudding. Well, actually the proof's in the eyes, really. But that's an old saying, if you haven't heard it before. The proof's in the pudding. I've actually got no idea what that means. I don't know what you find in the pudding that will give you proof. Anyway, I digress. Next up actually is my cup of coffee. I want to have that. Danny went out on a run this morning, and she was the last to have the coffee, and I got up and there was none left, and I was a little bit upset. Not really, like 2 out of 10. And she came back and she had got some on her run. So thanks, Danny, for thinking of me. I mean, you do live with me. I mean, you probably think of me a lot, really, because it's a very small apartment and we're here stuck with each other. Anyway, I digress. So everyone have a wonderful Thursday, Wednesday evening. If it's Wednesday evening, you can get up in the morning. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Oh, I've cut that short, did I? That's what's been going wrong. There's my little workstation over there. There's a lot going on over there. A lot of post-it notes. They're reminders. I've got so many reminders now that I actually don't know what one to look at. But anyway, that's not what this is about, is it? Got my little ring over there, my globe. It's world domination, and this world domination thing's taking a little bit more effort and time. I thought it was going to be easy, but it's not. So if anyone's thinking of doing that tomorrow, plan ahead. It takes a little while. 25 years so far and counting. So, you know, if you're 80, you might want to pull back on the scale of things. Just saying. So that's me. That's me today. I want to get back into a workstation. I'm about to speak to someone in the USA. And yeah, that's because I'm very important.